Hey guys, kicking off this episode with a little bit of bad news. I was super excited for this concept. Chad and I came up with this and I was so happy to be participating. And then it appears that I'm coming down with the flu. Recently came into contact with someone who has it, and now whiskey tastes awful and I'm fading pretty quickly here. So unfortunately, I'm gonna have to step out for this episode and sub in our friend Chad Watson from My Daily Bourbon. He's gonna take over, so please stick around and watch. And if it goes well and you guys like this type of content, I'll get to do mine next. So that's it for now. Enjoy the episode and I'll see you soon when I'm feeling better.
Welcome to the Whiskey Match Game. I am your host, Chad. Please welcome our first contestant. His name is also Chad. You may know him from Instagram's My Daily Bourbon. Please welcome Chad Watson. Welcome to the game.
Hi.
Hi. Hi. Good to see you. Thanks for coming. We do want to say, again, thanks to Chad for filling in for Sara, who is sick. Do us a favor, do yourself a favor, and go follow him right now on Instagram at My Daily Bourbon. He does some great work over there. We should also say, drink Rare Character. You also work for the Rare Character Whiskey Company.
I do.
Yeah,
yes.
Which is right there. It's excellent stuff. You're doing great work over there. There we go. Yes. All right. Are you ready to play the game, Chad?
I think so. Yes.
Okay. Now, later on, Chad Watson is going to be the host. I'm going to be in the contestants row. We're doing this thing twice. Here's how the game works. I'm going to ask you a series of questions. After that, I will have enough information to determine 8 whiskeys. You will then look at that list of 8 whiskeys, say on paper which one you would pick as your favorite. Then I will go into the bourbon library and I will pour you a blind flight of 4. The only thing that you'll know about it is that the one that you picked as your favorite will be in that flight somewhere. The other 3 will be from that list, but you won't know which they are. You will taste them blind. You will declare a winner, and then we will determine if it is a true match or if it's not.
Yeah, I mean, that seems simple enough, I think.
Yeah. I mean, it is Valentine's Day. We are doing a match game right here, so here we go. Question number 1, it is classification of whiskey, American or international?
American.
Finished or not finished?
Not finished.
All right. Region of origin, popular choices could be Indiana, Tennessee, Texas, Iowa, Kentucky, etc.
Can I pick multiples?
You can.
Oh.
Forgot to explain this. You have one category or one question where you can actually do multiples. Now, use it wisely because we also have age coming up. We have mash bill. We have other things.
I'm going to go with states.
Okay.
Kentucky, Indiana,
Yes.
and Tennessee.
Okay.
The old KIT method.
Okay, I like it. Now we're on to mash bill. Popular choices are wheated, rye mash bill, 4-grain, etc.
Rye bourbon mash bill.
Rye bourbon mash bill it is. Now on to proof. High, mid, or low proof?
Mid-proof. Some easy sipping all the time.
He's keeping it mid. Age range. 4 years and below, 5 to 8, 9 to 12, 13 to 16, 17 to 19, or 20 and above.
9 to 12.
9 to 12 it is. All right, Chad, based on your answers, here is a list of 8 whiskeys. Finding 8 bourbons that fit into all those specific parameters is a little harder than I thought. So there's some wiggle room on these, mostly in their age. The lowest age being around 8 years and the oldest around 12. Based on your experience, which one of these would you say would be the one that you would like the most out of the 8? It's a good list, is it not?
It is a great list. There's not really a bad option there, but I'm going to go with the Belle Meade 12-year single barrel.
Mr. Watson chose Belle Meade Single Barrel Cask Strength Bourbon. This particular bottle is from 2018. It comes in at 95.6 proof. While the Nelson Greenbrier Distillery does distill their own juice, this single barrel would have been sourced from MGP. Okay, we're going to mark that one as your favorite. I'm going to go pour them up, and it'll be time for the blind flight. Stay tuned.
Oh.
All right, Chad, in front of you, you have 4 blind bourbons that all fit the criteria as best that I could. To your left is A, to your right is D. That's how you will refer to them. Go ahead and get started. And let's find your whiskey match. He's going with the nosing option first.
Yes. All right. So let's see here. Really enjoying A. The nose is awesome on it. A lot of caramel, toffee, really good quintessential bourbon notes. A little bit of spice mid-palate, a little thin up front, but super creamy finish. The nose on 2 is amazing.
It's B.
B. The nose on B is amazing.
Should disqualify you for that, but we'll keep going. I want to see how this turns out.
What is Screw the Rules?
Wrong show, so.
Oh. The palate on B is also really good. A little minty, a little different. Nice, like it's almost like honey, like the texture of it's almost like honey, really thick and viscous. And C was the one going through the first time I thought was a little flat on the nose. A lot of good spice notes in C though. A lot of good spice notes in C. Long finish. Definitely feels a little bit lower proof, but man, that's a good finish. D's kind of a little flat all around the nose, but it's good. A little sharp up front, not soft at all. It's very like brash, but it's good. That's definitely a like first pour or last pour of the night. But I'm gonna need a second to think.
So what's your strategy going into here now, Chad? Do you have some front runners?
I do. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to eliminate 2 of them and then choose between 2 of them.
Smart.
And then I will hopefully find my perfect match.
Oh.
May sound weird, but the finish on C was so good. I feel like A is always the first choice. It's always something, you try, you're like, oh, it's the best one because it's the first one I've had, but let's see how it goes.
He is trying A versus C. Golf commentator voicing.
And my winner, I know, is C.
Was that not the one that on the first go round you said was a little thin?
It is, but the finish is amazing. It's got a lot of good spice, especially mid-palate. Definitely reads like a higher rye product, but the finish on it's incredible. I really enjoy it.
Okay. I'm not going to reveal right now what C is, but I'm going to tell you if you did, in fact, pick your perfect match. Now, in all reality, you did pick your perfect match. That's not to say that you picked what you thought you would pick.
Oh.
Did you pick the Belle Meade, which on paper you said of the 8 would be your favorite? And you did not. I know. Are you the father? Oh, wait, different show. Sorry. I'm going to go grab the bottle that you picked.
Oh, no.
And I'm going to reveal it for you. Chad has decided to turn around, so he'll be the most surprised. I am setting the bottle on the table, and you may turn around. Your match is New Riff 8-year. How do you feel about that?
I like it. Yeah, a little vintagey, a lot of caramel. Like I said, first go around, it was a little thin, a little flat, but the finish is awesome. I got the high rye, it really shows through. Good decision. I'm good at this.
So you were between
A.
Okay. A was the Knob Creek 12-year.
Oh, that makes sense.
Now the 2 that you kicked out, Kentucky Spirit. Wild Turkey Kentucky Spirit, and that means B was the Belle Meade. Single barrel.
Wow, okay.
But, lower proof, 12 years, yes. But 95.6 proof, I believe.
I believe so.
Around there. It is MGP, which, who doesn't like a good MGP 12-year-old? A little lower proof, and it was a single barrel. So single barrels can vary. Obviously, you hadn't had that exact single barrel before, but you have had
plenty of the Belle Meade 12.
Oh, there we go. Okay. Yeah. Well, we're going to take a little pause because I'm going to come in here. You can stay, but I want to tell you about our home on the internet. It's whiskyambitions.com. It's where you can get the t-shirt and hat that I'm wearing, the Glencairns that I'm drinking from, the flight board. We do have some back in stock, a limited supply. It's also where you can get our bottle cut candles, and all through the month of February, we're having a buy one, get one free. Did you know this? Buy one, get one free deal on our Elemental Elixir cocktail syrup, our Golden Hour cocktail syrup. Just use code Golden Hour at checkout. Put 2 in and 1 will become free, or put 2 in and 2 will be free.
Get 2 so you get 4.
Exactly. Exactly. All that and more at whiskyambitions.com. You can also become a patron at patreon.com. That's where you'll get discounts on I don't usually do this part. This is normally Sarah's part, so I don't know it as well. That's where you can get discounts on the merch that I just mentioned at whiskyambitions.com. You also get, after the episode, exclusives, first and sometimes only access to our barrel picks, first for events and more. That is patreon.com/itsbourbonnight. All right, we're going to switch this up. You're going to become the host. I'm going to become the contestant here. So after this, we'll be right back.
All right, everybody, and welcome back to the Bourbon Match Game. I'm your host, Chad, and my contestant here is Chad.
Hello.
Chad, how are you doing today?
I'm doing great. Thanks, Chad.
Are you ready to play Match Game?
I am so ready to play Whiskey Match Game.
Whiskey Match Game. Sorry, I got that wrong twice.
It's all right.
Rules are simple. I'm going to ask you a series of questions. You will answer them honestly, and then I will find if the whiskey you say you like is your match.
Okay, I'm ready. I'm ready.
Classification of whiskey, American or international?
American.
Good choice. Finished or not finished?
You know what, Chad? I'm going to go finished.
Ooh, Chad, that is a good answer.
Okay, I'm winning.
Region of origin. Popular choices include Indiana, Tennessee, Texas, Iowa, Kentucky, Ohio, Washington State, New York.
Yeah, okay. I'm going to say all of them. Any. Any at all.
All right.
It's finished. It's harder. Just any.
Type of whiskey. Classification being Kentucky Straight Bourbon, bottled and bond. Kentucky only.
Just straight bourbon.
Straight bourbon whiskey. I said Kentucky twice for those of you who catch that. Mash bill. Popular choices are weeded. Rye mash bill. 4 grain.
A ride mash bill.
All right. High, mid, or low proof. Now remember, you said finished.
Finished, right, which often isn't super high proof. So I'm going to say low to mid.
Low mids, all right.
Yeah.
Age range. You have 4 years and below, 5 to 8, 9 to 12, 13 to 16, 17 to 19, and 20 and above.
Yeah, I feel like this is sort of the same thing with finish. It's a lot of times they're not, because, sometimes people don't finish a nice old bourbon. So a lot of times they are a little bit younger. So I'm going to say the 5 to 8 range, in that neighborhood.
And Chad, based on your answers, here are 8 whiskeys that we have selected for you.
Finding 8 finished bourbons is even harder than finding 8 straight bourbons. So there's more wiggle room on this one, mostly in age and proof. That is a really big high definition board that we're not going to get a shot of. Wow. You know what? This is a good list. You did good.
Thank you.
I'm going to, I can't not pick this. Bardstown Bourbon Company, Chateau de la Bade.
Ooh, Chateau de la Bade. Good choice, Mr. Chad.
Thank you.
Good choice.
Thanks. I chose Bardstown Bourbon Company's Chateau de la Bade, a 12-year-old straight bourbon whiskey from Indiana that is then finished in used Chateau de la Bade Armagnac barrels. It comes in at a proof of 118.4.
We will be back with whiskey in hand.
Excellent. I think I'm going to go the Chad Watson method and nose them all.
It's a good method, tried and true. Some say the best.
Well, I don't go that far. All right, going with A here.
Mr. Perkins taking a sip of A. He is swishing it around his mouth.
Yeah, you go into that golf announcer voice, don't you? It's great. Love it.
He seems like he likes it.
I do. This one's a little nutty. It's a bit nutty. Yeah, there's some peanut butter on here. It's a little dry, but, also first finished bourbon of the day, so second sip.
Right away with a second sip.
I don't know if I would pick that as a finish. I think that is a light finish is what I would call that.
Not a finish, but a light finish, ladies and gentlemen.
It's got a light, it's a safe crackers touch. It's a light touch. That is just like burnt popcorn on the nose. Oh, okay. That is definitely finished. That is one of those finishes that it's either a dark red wine or like a port. Sort of feeling a little bit more like a port. It's good. I like it, but also a little drying.
Going in for the second sip?
Yeah, I mean, it's good. It's good. I like it. Knowing that it's finished, I'm like, yeah, this is absolutely finished.
Yeah. You did select finish, Chad.
So you're saying I'm right. Yeah, this is that fruity, floral one. Very light and airy, atmospheric.
Going to space.
No. Oh, not what I was getting from the nose. Earthy, but in a vintage funky kind of way. Normally I love vintage funky. This one definitely deserves a second sip.
I was gonna say, not sure if that's a good second sip or a bad second sip, but we'll find out soon, folks.
Well, the thing with in a flight fight, this technically isn't a flight fight, but let's admit it is. You get the flight fight effect. You're dealing with what was on your palate from the last one, and finished, when you can have all these different finishes, you're talking about, it's not as easy as like take a straight bourbon whiskey. They're all pretty much in that same, they're dealing with a lot of the same parameters. With finished, they're kind of can be all over the place, and whatever was the finish of B was definitely affecting that first sip of bourbon C here.
So after the second sip, how do you feel?
Higher proof. This one so far is the hottest of them all. I want to go back now. I was yapping and I kind of completely just.
Third sip, everybody. Third sip.
Better be careful. Yeah, this one does sort of have a vintagey vibe to it. It's also a little bit dry. I feel like that just might be what we're dealing with here with some of these finished bourbons, but I enjoy it.
So by dry, you mean tannic?
Drying on the palate. Not so much tannic, but just the taste buds sort of,
Makes you feel a little dehydrated.
A little bit.
Yeah.
Like I need a drink of water. All right, finally here.
We're in the last glass.
Finished whiskey D.
This is D.
Oh, nutty. This is a Kentucky bourbon. This is Jim Beam. This is Legion? This is just nutty. Where's the finish? What's the finish?
If I told you to finish, then that would kind of defeat the purpose.
True.
Now back to narrator voice.
Right. I mean, whiskey D is really good. A little hotter also on the back end now, getting some heat. But I don't get the finish component. I didn't feel like it's finished. Like I said, it just kind of coming across as a bourbon. Well, I'm completely used to the flight fight format where I go back a second time. I'm going to do that quickly. This might all get cut out in editing, but just to let the viewers know, I am going a second round because
he is going a second round.
I'm just used to that. Oh, A is like honey and like a sugary cereal.
A is a mighty fine finished whiskey.
Oh, this is tougher than I thought. This is hard.
I know. Tell me, when I got put on the spot, I thought the same thing.
Because finished, there's all these different ways you can put it in a wine barrel, a rum barrel.
You can blend finishes to non-finish. You can do different finishing types. You can use chips. You can use oak staves. There's all kinds of things you can do with finishing to really kind of craft something and really kind of make it taste like something else. So it seems like it's a good one because it's the first glass to be emptied.
Yeah, I really like the finish on A. But B's got a lot going on. Ooh, is B higher proof? Don't tell me, but...
Don't worry, I'm not.
But is it B higher proof? Well, I'm out of A and B now.
You are out of A and B, and this is not a free drink service, Chad, so we will not be refilling your glasses.
Garçon.
This is Whiskey Match Game, unfortunately, so you do have to make a decision.
Daggone it. I'm going to go with B.
You're going to go with B?
Yes.
All right, folks. We will be back momentarily.
But wait, did I make my match, yes or no?
You tasted your match, for sure.
Well, I know that, but did I make my match?
But we will be back to find out.
Oh, my God.
If.
After this commercial break?
Yes, after a word from our sponsors. All right, Mr. Perkins, we have placed the bottle you have chosen on the table. You may now turn around in 3, 2, 1. Congratulations, Mr. Perkins. You have chosen your whiskey match. You guessed Bardstown Bourbon Company Chateau de la Baude would be your favorite whiskey match of the finish category. And guess what? You were correct. You did a great job. And if you had to pick a second favorite, which I believe probably would have been A.
Yeah, it would have been A.
That was the Angel's Envy Triple Oak.
I called
So,
it. That's what I picked as my second.
Another favorite
Like
of yours.
beforehand.
So
So I crushed this game.
you did a good job, and I did not yet.
That's okay. Wow. Okay. So do I get like
No, you don't.
a
You
4-day, 3-night?
You don't win anything. You got to drink your own whiskey at home.
Oh, okay. Well, that is a win for me, I feel like. Yeah, cool. Thanks. Hey, guys, if you liked this episode and you want to see this done again with Sarah, or again with Chad,
Or me again.
yeah, or whatever, just let us know. But that's where I better leave it. Hey, if you haven't subscribed to us already, you can do so by clicking. It's here in the middle. It's in the middle, right up here. There's suggestions of other videos down here. Hope to see you over there in one of those. Go follow Chad at My Daily Bourbon. Thanks again, Chad.
Thanks, Chad.
All right, until next time, drink more bourbon.